Is the day the music died also the day that the modern music video was postponed? Most rock and roll fans know that Ritchie Valens, Buddy Holly, JP, the Big Bopper Richardson, and pilot Roger Peterson were killed in a plane crash following a show here at the Surf Ballroom in 1959. Now the Bopper's son is making a claim that his father is the father of the music video, and he is releasing some rare and unseen footage to back up his claim.
Hello, baby. Yeah, this is the Big Bopper speaking.
You're not watching an appearance on a dance show. You're actually viewing a staged performance by JP the Big Bopper Richardson. It stunned his son when he saw it for the very first time.
I think initially I probably cried because I had this copy and now I had the answer, you know. And I had something to go, now look what I got. You know, this is it. This is what this paper is talking about. And I really felt like, you know, people thought I was crazy to say, you know, I mean, how many people, I'm the only guy in the world that can say it. My dad is the innovator of the music video.
Oh, honey.
Dad was doing so many things, from his talent agency and the people he had in his talent agency to Big Bopper Publishing, to his performing, to still his radio duties, but he was just way ahead of the curve of what was going on.
Chantilly lace had a pretty face.
The trio of videos are the visual proof that Richardson had wondered about for years after he began to learn about the father he never met.
Found out the manager had a box of or two of Dad's belongings that he had stored away after Dad's death. They gave me the box. In that box was a copy of Disc magazine, and on one of the pages it had Dad's picture and it said, "Records will be filmed. Big Bopper revolutionizes the disc biz."
Disc magazine was the Billboard magazine of England at the time, and in an edition published just 10 days before his death, the Bopper makes some bold predictions about the future of popular music. Songs will be released not on a disc, but on a videotape, like the tapes used in a tape recorder.
It goes on to talk about that you will not only have to be good vocally, but visually you will have to look good. He even went on to mention a VCR. He didn't use the term VCR, but a device that you would hook up to your TV to, when your favorite program wasn't on, that you would be able to look at it. It's an amazing article.
I can't go no place. I gotta look at your face for the rest of my doggone life. This is it!
Richardson also discovered 16mm film, and what he saw captured on celluloid amazed him as well. His father knew what he was talking about. He convinced a friend who owned a nightclub into letting him shoot 3 short films overnight at his place in late 1958, only months before his untimely death.
And the man keeps saying, "Are you gonna take this woman, or ain't you?"
And you know what I think about is what his friends must have thought of him. And when he says, "Look, I want to get you the camera, we're going to do this, and we're going to film me doing this," and he had the idea for a jukebox, a video jukebox, where when you'd play it, you'd also be able to watch the artist. And I can imagine him trying to explain to his friends that were there helping him do this. And they're going, "JP, you're going to do what? You're going to," you know, well, I mean, you know, it's just like any other, I think, great inventor or innovator that, you know, it only made sense to Dad at the time.
Let me in, honey. This is the Big Bopper knocking.
I'm not even so sure, even though they're great, that they were finished. You know, I mean, in his mind, this was his idea and his concept of what he wanted to do. And I mean, they're wonderful. Don't get me wrong. But I'm not even 100% sure that these were actually finished. You know, like he may have had more he wanted to do with it. But as far as when they were going to be released, nobody really knows because, like I say, Dad was doing so many things.
Bang, bang, biddly bang, baby, baby.
The Bopper is credited with coining the term music video. He was decades ahead of MTV, and now the proof is about to be officially released for sale on iTunes.
To be honest, it's going to be I Told You So. I mean, there are many years my father has been considered a one-hit wonder and basically a footnote to the death of Buddy and Richie. It's probably not too many things much cooler. You know, if your dad did the first music video, I mean, how right was he? You know, he says that, it quotes him. You will not only have to be good vocally, but visually, And today, even today, still, after MTV's been out, what, 30 years? I don't know, when it first came out. It's still true.
Now that there is video, could there be a feature-length film in the not-too-distant future? A music attorney who represents Richardson says that given the success of films about Valens and Holly's life, there is interest in a biopic about the innovative man behind the Big Bopper. In Clear Lake, Dave Hansen, North Iowa Today.